Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, we have an unboxing. That's right, an unboxing. And what is it? It's the new Blichmann BrewEasy Classic in a BoilerMaker Surface style. That's a lot of words. But yes, it's the new BoilerMaker Surface in the BrewEasy Classic configuration. That's right. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Where do we begin? We have lots of boxes, lots of things to unbox. So yeah, let's get unboxing. Let's go ahead and just bust some boxes open, you know what I'm saying? So first we're gonna bust this one open. Everything came FedEx, and shockingly, compared to normal, FedEx was quite gentle with the boxes. So very, very unusual, although FedEx isn't usually too bad. It's usually UPS that's the rough one. Okay, so yeah, we got some flow control. And I mean, seriously, some flow control. Beautiful, very, very beautiful. We're just gonna take everything out of the box. We'll go over it a little later. Let's set this down here, set the bag, and we'll set this down here. And I may have to move it just so I don't get it damaged. And if you've seen things like this before and you're not as familiar with some of this equipment, remember BrewEasy Compact? Yeah, because the BrewEasy Compact is basically a tiny version of the BrewEasy Classic. Yeah. One box down. Let's go into this big box over here. See what's in here. Probably should go with the giant boxes, but that's okay. Okay. We have a couple cool things. We have, first, this box got banged up a little inside, but hey, I'm not worried. It's auto sparge. That's right, Blichmann auto sparge. And it is taped too, although the sides are already disintegrating. Not a big deal. See if I can do this without cutting myself. Yeah, I like razor blades. Okay. Crystal ball. No, just kidding. Yeah, it's an auto sparge. We're gonna set that out of the way. Now people are like, he's on drugs. No. Okay. Looks like a Whirlpool. Everything is NPT. It's not tri-clamp, just a heads up on that one. Another thing here, that's, I believe, for flowing the liquid between the two kettles. Looks the same, but also looks like my old temperature thing. I got a valve for the kettle, and I got another valve for the kettle. We have some mounting brackets. We have a BoilerMaker dip tube kettle fitting. Drain fitting. And another box. There's a lot of boxes in that box. This one doesn't say what it is. Oh, there it is. It's a brewmometer. We've seen this on the recent BoilerMaker Surface. Right there. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And if you didn't know, they come with a little like sticker or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. Basically saying it has been tested for accuracy. Just something to be aware of. They've talked about sending me just a head unit, but it's an entire NPT riptide. Yeah, I could have just replaced the head piece and went from tri-clamp to NPT, but yeah, it's an entire riptide. So we're gonna set that down. And last thing in the box that I can see is a false bottom. And I'll show you how and where that little washer goes. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna set all this stuff down, and one less box. It's a lot of boxes. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way temporarily, and we're gonna go into the bigger boxes. Let's see if I can get that stationary. Let's go for the really, you know what? We're not gonna go for the giant one. We're gonna go for the one right in between. If you don't know anything about a BrewEasy Classic, you have kettle on top of kettle. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It is, from my understanding, when it was first designed and done, it's kind of groundbreaking. I mean, it's kind of like, hey, I know this seems strange, but it'll work, watch. And as usual, Blichmann style, there's a box inside a box to make sure that the box inside is protected. Actually, it seems like there's a couple boxes inside of this box. Okay, we got a lid. Not a big fan of the plastic just because it makes a lot of noise. So we'll get that out of the way. Wash before use. And feels like we got some assembly pieces in there. We'll look at that here in a minute. I probably shouldn't do that because somebody will say something about me holding a razor blade in my mouth. Don't ask why. I've used straight razor blades for cutting things since I was probably 13, 14 years old. It's just, I grew up in the country, it was convenient, it was easy. I didn't carry a knife all the time, but we always had a razor blade somewhere in the kitchen, and I would grab those. We used them to clean, you know, the tops of counters. You can use it for anything, really. So they're extremely versatile. That's why, yeah, you'll see me with a razor blade all the time. Okay, this is a 7.5 gallon kettle. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. Oh, yeah. Very, very heavy duty boxes. I'm saying if you're moving or you get a friend moving and you buy a new Blichmann system, hook them up with some good boxes because those things are rock solid. They are not gonna have a problem with those boxes. Okay, so we have a nice kettle here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where everything's gonna go, but I'm pretty sure I know. So we're gonna get that over here, which is actually a lot lighter compared to most of the stuff I get from Blichmann. So it's actually nice and light, which is good because that's gonna be our mash kettle, which means when we get going, we mash and everything, and we gotta lift that off before we start to boil, that won't be that heavy. That's a good thing. Yeah, sometimes you're like, oh man, that's solid. But then you gotta think, how many times do you have to lift that? So let's go ahead and cut this open. And spin this bad boy around. Yes, oh, are you seeing something I'm seeing? BoilerMaker Surface. Okay, let's go ahead, cut this. Maybe. Ta-da! We have opening, and then, like I said, another box inside of a box. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this on the floor because I'm not gonna be able to lift this out of the box. Okay, oh, and we got another box. This is probably another lid. Yep. Sorry about putting the razor blade in my mouth, it's a habit. Done it for too many years. And at my age, yeah, technically I guess I've been doing that for about 40 years. Okay, if you get a BoilerMaker Surface, I don't remember if I did the unboxing. There's feet, you can put feet on it, and they're right here. And I already told you, technically you could probably put little wheels on it. Be careful about that. Especially if you're going to do a BrewEasy Classic and you got it on the bottom and it's stacking, definitely be careful about that. And no, you can't have a BrewEasy Classic with the BoilerMaker Surface and use propane because it's all electric. There's the feet. And for anybody who missed it, yes, John Blichmann himself said, hey, the BoilerMaker Surface has a lifetime warranty. And people said, but the heating element only has a 5-year warranty. And he says, you know what? We'll cover that for lifetime too. Yeah. Talk about standing behind a product. And this doesn't say wash first, but we know it means wash first. And it's part of the kit too that comes with some equipment. Okay, we got our little feet. Got a bunch of other stuff down here. I think it's cords. So let's lift this up. So basically, this is very similar to the BoilerMaker Surface I already have, except for this is all NPT, and it looks like we may have a few holes in a few different places too. So, and yeah, gotta show this off. Gorgeous. You can almost see your reflection in that. Okay, I'll put the feet on later. This feels like cords. Yep, it is a cord. We'll get that out of the way. And I'm not kidding about razor blades. I used to have all kinds of party tricks in high school with them, but I don't do those anymore. Cut yourself a few times too many and you get old enough to know better. Okay, it's a lot of boxes. But I want to show you something. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna set that lid down here and we're gonna open this box. This is what I want to show you. Pretty sure I know what this box is. Actually, I know what that box is too. Anybody who has a BoilerMaker, well, no. Anybody that has a G2 BrewEasy Classic knows what that and this box are. Anybody who does not, probably does not know what these boxes are. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Whoa! Ah, dropping things. Okay, so we got a little bit more in here than I realized, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Set that out of the way. And we got a auto sparge. Yeah, I might have two. We'll see. Okay, lots of MPT fittings. We got some hose. We're gonna need that. This is the cool little piece. This is the design. This is kind of what allowed this to work. One of the pieces. There's a couple pieces that made this all actually function. And some of you are gonna look at me and go, how does that work? Trust me. We'll build the whole thing later in another video and I'll show you. So, kind of looks like a serving tray, but it's got some holes in it. Okay, and the holes are, yeah, we'll go over those later. It sits right on top. I think I got it right. Can't remember if it sits like that or if it sits like this. I'm pretty sure, no, I'm pretty sure it sits like this. So there we go. And this, yeah, sits like that. There's a lot more to it, but that gives you a little bit of an idea on how it's going to sit. And this is where your hot liquor tank goes up here to do your mash. And then when this is done being your hot liquor tank, this becomes your boil kettle. And just before you do the boil, you take this off. And you move this out of the way. And what's cool is, while this is boiling, you can wash that and clean it up. Gives you something to do. Okay, over here. Let's get the last box open if I haven't already lost the razor blade. And I didn't do an overhead camera for a couple reasons. One, I didn't think it was that necessary, and number two, I didn't want to have to sit and black out my address on all these labels. Because you never know, you know what I mean? Got a lot of cool viewers out there, but there's always some crazy somebody out there, somewhere. Probably not a viewer, just a crazy. Okay. The command stand. Command stand was kind of like the replacement to, I believe it was called the Tower of Power, which had, yeah, it was before this one. It was before the Brew Commander. It was a much older system. I believe it was PID. But yeah, this has replaced it. This stand is like a tripod that you can hook the flow control, the Therminator, which is the plate chiller, the Riptide, and the Brew Commander all on this tower. So you can free up a lot of tabletop space, or if you're working on the floor, you've got it all in one nice area. It's just convenient, makes it really easy. I don't know if I really want to take all this out. There's a lot of just heavy pieces of metal, screws, bolts, nuts. Lots of mounting brackets, some big giant metal rods, but yeah. And pretty decent instructions here. The command stand, what's in the box, and like I said, just pretty much everything I told you, except I didn't say feet. There's some feet in here too. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a tower. And then if you go through the instructions, it shows you how to connect everything, wire your cords, wire your hoses. Wire your hoses, I don't know if that's a word. You can put the hop rocket on here if you want. That's the only item I think I forgot. You can also do the spark box, but we don't need a spark box, it's electric. Yeah, so cool. I'm excited. I gotta get some videos done putting this thing together. Yeah. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate the support. And we'll get brewing on this thing very, very, very soon. I've got some really cool, that's right, some cool beer kits coming from someone you're familiar with. Cheers.